I keep hearing the words financial inclusivity for all Americans everywhere. First, I heard it with Larry Fink in his Financial Times article talking about globalization, how we're moving towards more isolationism. So we need to actually give people a birth bank account, a birth investment account, yada, yada, yada. Sounds great on paper. Then I've heard about Robinhood tokenizing US stocks for liquidity from England to come in and be able to participate. There's that. And then you have Federal Reserve posting about financial inclusivity, where banks will go after more people. What is the disconnect? Why don't some Americans have bank accounts? Why are not all Americans investing? Again, sounds great. Inclusivity, that word is great. And then you have the IMF and World Bank in general talking about how there are systematic risks and uncertainties are going higher and higher unless we introduce more dollars into the system without printing more dollars. So what does that mean? That means existing dollars that are currently in circulation, which means the money that you make, the money that a farmer makes, and then the money that a stockbroker makes. Three different types of money, but not all of it is represented in the financial industry. A farmer may go home and consume that money, and the remainder of it may stay in his home. What all of these parties, the financial institutions, are trying to now do is that make sure that farmers' money is also invested at the same time. Again, sounds great. And in the short run, it might even help people where their incomes may go up, so nothing will happen to the system. But over time, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, more people will be playing with the money that they have. Speculation will become a household thing. Even if it doesn't, just giving your access, giving your money away to the financialized world, you're basically taking the risk, even if that risk is very, very small, that the system will collapse and you'll lose everything. A person making $50,000 a year, even if they lose 10,000 of it, it hurts a lot more than a person making 10 billion a year and they lose a billion of that. It's a different type of pain. One means survival and the other means, oh, I took a loss. That's my fear with financialization. When you're trying to connect a real economy, real people, with the abstract economy where people live in a different world. So those are my 2 cents on everyone getting plugged into the financial industry and providing liquidity for the financial industry. They're not going to get the same benefits as the one at the top, but at the top, more people will get plugged in. People will be more sensitive to the industry, like the way they are with the real estate industry today. Tomorrow, they'll feel the same way about stocks and bonds. If the stocks go down, stock market as a whole dips down 1 point, that's going to hurt the bottom a lot more than the top, because the top has the privilege of time. So if the stock market goes down for 3-4 months straight, a person who makes, again, 10 billion a year doesn't need to sell all of their stocks to fund their current lifestyle. They have the luxury of time to ride it out, hold it out. But do you? If I took 30% of your paycheck, if you were going to sell, if I took, let's just say, 30% of your paycheck, that was all the money that you had left over after you paid all